Well, Britain and Argentina went to war in 1982 over islands in the South Atlantic that Britain's called the Falklands and Argentina the Malvinas. Margaret Thatcher was prime minister then, and for the reaction in the Argentina to Thatcher's death, we're now joined by our correspondent Daniel Schweimler in Buenos Aires. Hello, Daniel. Thanks for joining us this hour. Now, talk to us about the reaction of the people in Argentina.
Well, as you mentioned, she was the Prime Minister of Britain at the time of that Falklands-Malvinas war, which is an issue which is still very strong here in Argentina. And I think it's fair to say that certainly the people I've been speaking to today, and I've mentioned Margaret Thatcher to them, they really dislike her. They have very little respect for her. She was very much a hate figure, I think, symbolic of their fight over the Malvinas Islands. I think they probably underestimated her when they invaded the islands. They thought she wouldn't invade. They thought she wouldn't fight back. They were very surprised when she put together the task force and fought and won the islands back. But one question they still often ask here, of all the Argentine casualties, half of them died when the battleship cruiser, the Belgrano, was sunk. Margaret Thatcher ordered the sinking of the Belgrano, it said, while it was moving away from the conflict zone. And I think that's an issue for which many people here will never forget.
And also, Daniel, I remember covering the sovereignty referendum story back in March with you. Now, tell us about the reaction of the people on the Malvinas Islands.
Well, I think the very totally opposite view in the Malvinas Islands. They see her as a great hero. I think it's fair to say as their savior from Argentine rule. They've recently reasserted their claim that they want to stay British. They saw Margaret Thatcher as the one person who had the guts, shall we say, the bravery to fight against the Argentines. There's even streets named after her in Port Stanley, in the capital of the Malvinas Islands, and they will be holding ceremonies there to mark her death.
All right, thanks. That's our correspondent Daniel Schweimler in Buenos Aires.